I'm doing better. The chickens are hard animals and they don't like seem to miss dark brown because I mean they are herd animals, but they are also very, I don't know, hardy to things that to people are tragedy. uh, but but yes, I'm walking the chickens at the moment, and they're doing fine. Cardi B is also walking with them, despite still being broody, even though she's been broody for over a month at this point, which is just blows my mind. Like the main thing that I think of is that I know that I give my chickens the absolute best life that they can have, so they live happy lives until those lives end, and dark brown was just, I considered her not my favorite but the prettiest one, and it just goes to show that whenever I hear farmers on like social media, they always say that you shouldn't have favorites because those favorites tend to be the first ones who have a tragic end. But yes, life goes on. Cardi B is enjoying a dust bath with light brown because when she's in the cage she can't really have a dust bath, so she's enjoying herself. Oh yeah. And this is the last egg that dark brown laid. She laid it on Monday and she got sick on Tuesday and she died on Thursday. I still cannot believe how quickly she went from completely healthy and egg laying to gone. But I'm going to make cinnamon rolls with her last egg. We have a new and surprising addition to the broody jail. And in a surprising twist, it is someone who has never been broody before, Light Brown. So Light Brown and Cardi B are now both in the broody jail, but now it's time for them to go outside with everyone else. Cause let me move. Yeah. Oh, you have eaten everything. Come on, let's go and have a walk. Let's go for a walk. You too, Light Brown. Yeah. Look at those two broody silly gooses. And it is really surprising that Light Brown is broody now because she has never been broody before. Only Blackie and Cardi B have been broody before, like last year in like almost winter. But I guess there's a first for everything. Broodiness is contagious, and summer is in their soul, so they want to be mamas. But unfortunately, we don't have a rooster to make that happen. Oh, Cardi B has just had a good dust bath. Now, after the walk, Light Brown went right up on the roosting bar in the outside area. This might not mean anything about her broodiness. She might go back to the nest once she wants to, but maybe she's not quite as deep into the broodiness as Cardi B is, because Cardi B went right back into the nest even while I was still walking the others. So Cardi B is back in the cage of shame. I'm going back to check, and yes, of course, Light Brown is back on the nest, so it's time to scoop her out and put her in broody jail. Time for you to go to jail. Just two delusional besties. Evening, ladies. Are you ready to go and have a sleep on the perch? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. No, Cardi B, no. Up, get up. Cardi B, you are, wow. Gonna gonna stay there now? Are you gonna stay there? Okay. Let's be good. Good night. I think that light brown's broodiness is cured because yesterday she was out and about in the morning and even later on, and today it's the same thing. It's the morning and she's like walking around and not on her nest. She's not even making the sounds that she's brooding anymore, the beeping sounds. So maybe she's cured. However, Cardi B is still going strong, so the broody jail is not going anywhere. Good evening. It's been a while because I haven't really filmed much because I haven't really done much. But today I'm picking up the phone again to show you how I'm going to start slowly integrating the chicks to the flock of elder chickens. I've been really confused about when I should start integrating the chicks into the flock because there are so many different ways of doing it, and there isn't really a clear instruction guide for my situation on the internet because my situation is a little bit different from what usually tends to happen. What usually tends to happen is that the chicks will have a mother hen who integrates them into the flock like for you, and you don't have to do anything really. Or another really common way to that chicks get introduced into the flock is that you start by having chicks in like away from the bigger chicken flock, like and you sort of incubate them yourself, and then once they've reached a certain size you start to integrate them into the flock. But my situation is different from both of those because the chicks don't have a mother, and they have been growing under a heating pad, and they are also all the time in the same space as the rest of the flock. They're just in a large cage, so they have had plenty of chances to interact with the rest of the chickens, and that should help a lot with the integration because like while I know that the chickens don't spend that much time in the indoor area where the chicks are during the most of the day, I know that they spend a lot of time inside with the chicks during the morning hours when the outside area has a lot of sun, so they're shielding themselves from the sun that way, and they must be interacting in some way then, but it's just I don't usually see that because that's when I am either sleeping or working. And so today what I wanted to do is try to introduce them into the same area for the first time in such a way that I will lift up the cage that the chicks are in by like some gap that is large enough for the chicks to get through, but for the chickens to not be able to get through, so that the chicks can enter the area where the big chickens are in and interact. But if the big chickens start to like bully them or peck them, then they can escape back into their little area and be safe from them. I'm going to supervise the entire interaction. I'm going to plan about an hour for it, and I really hope that it goes well. But first I have to find something to prop up the cage with, so like a rock or something, and also I need to create a sort of ladder or something because the step from which the chicks can enter the outside areas, it's a bit high. I don't know if they can jump that high at the moment, so I want to make a step for them for the jump to be easier. So let's do all that. I'm excited and also a little bit scared because I'm a protective mama. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Actually, now that I'm looking at the gap, it's looking a little bit too small, so I'm gonna find a bigger rock to put between the gap because the chicks have grown. They're already like 3 weeks old at least. Maybe yeah, 3 I think. Wow. They're all like they've gotten really big. So it's up to me to accommodate that. This is better. Now it's up to them if they want to come out at all. I'll go to the outside area to see if they come. The chicks have discovered that they can get outside of the cage. Oh, Clara's going in. Okay, Clara is coming back out. So now we know at least that one of the big chickens is okay with the chicks and will not attack them on sight or something that I was fearing. Are we going outside? Or is it too scary? So I got impatient and I sort of drove them out. They don't seem to know what to think of it. The chickens are interested. And look how pretty the rooster is becoming. Looks like he's going to be this mottled gray, which is so cool. Look how pretty you are. I think I'm going to call this white one Bianca. Now be nice, Fiona. Fiona. Oh. Fiona, that was not necessary. Oh, do you want to go to the high one? Oh my goodness. I did not know that they can fly that well already. Wow. Okay, Fiona, are we going to play nice? Fiona, let's be nice. Let's behave and let them perch. Fiona. Fiona, are you a bad girl? Let them be. Let's not peck them. Fiona. I think it's time for me to corral them back inside. There's been enough excitement for today. Let's go back inside. Let's go back inside. Let's go back inside. Let's go inside. Yeah. Let's go inside. Yeah. Let's go inside. Yeah. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Oh, the drama. Now let's go back inside where we came from, okay? Oh, good job. Good job. Well done. This was an adventure, huh? Okay, I would call that a success. The chicks got to explore a lot, which it was quite the eye-opening experience for them, considering that so far their realm of experience has been limited to about a 1.4 times 0.6 meter cube. But they did well. The big chickens did well. There was some pecking, which is to be expected, but still I don't like it because the chicks. I mean, evolutionarily, they're meant to have like a mother hen who will protect them from the aggressive, like the aggressions of the larger chickens or the other chickens. But since they don't have this protector, they don't have anyone who would prevent the other chickens from getting too close to them and hurting them. And because of the size difference, the big chickens can hurt them quite easily. And we did see some pecking, and like some of the baby feathers were taken out, and like this would be prevented if they had a real mother. And that's why it's good to integrate them into the flock slowly, so that they can sort of establish the new pecking orders, or that so that they can establish the way that the smaller and younger chicks are not as high level as the big chickens. But I will call this a success. And I think I'll want to do this, like, not every day because I already spend so much time on the chickens every day, but I think I would do it like a couple times a week, so that they can grow while having this supervised outside time with the big chickens. And we saw that because the chicks and the chickens actually, like, they do share a space the entire time that they live. They are already really used to each other. The big chickens are just not used to being able to go so close to them. And because the small chicks don't know to fear the big chickens, they don't really know to stay away from them. So that's why I am afraid that they might get hurt if I let them like mingle unsupervised all the time. I'm sure eventually we will get to that point, but for that I would want the chicks to be a lot bigger than they are currently. So yes, that concludes the experiment for today.